The year was 1982. A young boy had just finished his 10th standard and he was fond of reading, and he read up somewhere that if you want to achieve something in life, you should dream big. So then he decided to sleep more and dream more. Well, he did a lot of dreaming. He dreamt of becoming rich. He dreamt of becoming successful. He dreamt of becoming sophisticated. And then he decided upon a plan that would solve this predicament that he had of how do you become extremely successful. And he adopted a big, hairy, audacious goal. He decided to find a rich girl and marry her. I mean, isn't that the simplest way of ensuring that you can achieve all of that in life? Well, he did get married to a very, very rich girl who promised him millions and billions of smiles, of care, and of laughter. And then he became really rich because of that. Past president, current president, future president, area directors, Toastmasters, and guests. This is the story of having big, hairy, audacious goals. It's a concept that I came to know from Jim Collins. It's all about having goals that can be so big that they seem frightening. And that's why that hairy element comes in. Audacious, because it's only when you think about something that is out of reach to you is when you will really do something that's outside the normal parameters. And that became the mantra that that boy followed. It doesn't take too much to see that that big, hairy, audacious goal also worked on other fronts too. And that's why I had to ensure to match our handsome first speaker, Shailendra, to wear a jacket to hide that big, hairy, audacious achievement. Well, let's figure out how did this young man, that is me, not so young anymore now because that was long time back. How did this young man focus on doing things that were big, hairy, audacious goals? There's a very interesting instance when he was about 12 years into his career. I, at that point of time, was a part of a company called Satyam Infoway. The internet was a big thing, and ISP, internet service providers through dial-up networks. I know that's old story for a lot of people where you had beep, beep, beep. That is the way your telephone line went when it connected to the internet. Yes, it is that era. And he was responsible for selling internet connections through Satyam Infoway's ISP service. Being responsible for the city of Mumbai, there was a big challenge because it was such a gigantic market. He had to ensure that he was achieving those goals that were being set. Now, how did he, that is obviously me, achieve that? I think it all boiled down to figuring it out. What was the most significant thing that one could do to be able to tap a huge market like Mumbai, having lakhs and lakhs of potential customers and users for the internet? Well, that's when a plan was hatched. A plan that involved not one, not 10, not 100, but 1,000 students. You'll be surprised. 1,000 students? Yes. So we went out and started identifying agencies who could help to bring on board students during the summer vacations for a 6 weeks program. What was their job? It was basically to ensure that they introduced a free ISP service for a limited amount of 10 hours to the people that they knew. And like we all know, younger people are the fastest to adapt to technology. And a lot of these kids were already familiar with the use of the internet, and they were obviously the right choice to be able to explain the concept to others. And there we embarked on the journey. We went to colleges, we went to youth hangouts, and we put up posters inviting students to come and be a part. We call them Satyam ambassadors or SIFI ambassadors at that point of time. And their job? Nothing. They were not serving anything. They were to go and install that ISP connection on the computer. It was a CD obviously that was required. So install that on the computer of their friends and family. And the more the number of installations that you did, there was a variable that earned them handsome pocket money. How did the program go? Well, amazing. Did we get those 1,000 students? Not necessary. We got about 844 students on board, which is still very good. And over a period of 6 weeks, we unleashed a blitzkrieg into Mumbai market. The entire city was broken up into segments. Different teams of people, of students who lived in different areas were allocated those geographies, and their job was only to go and install those internet connections. It turned out to be an amazing outcome for the company, because once you get a taste of something, then you are likely to renew. This period of time, we gained more than 35,000 customers from this exercise. Till that day, prior to this exercise, we were hardly selling 500 new subscriptions every month. And this one exercise brought in 35,000 users. Out of that, around 22,000 renewed their subscriptions also. So ultimately, it became a win-win story. Each of us went away pleased with ourselves. It was a big, hairy, audacious goal. And yes, we hit the ball out of the park. Something to be really proud of. After that, we had an amazing party. I don't know how many of you remember there used to be a band called Bombay Vikings. Some of the older ones might be nodding their heads right now. Kya Surat hai, kya Surat hai, kya Surat hai. That's the song. He was a rapper, or he was a singer out of Amsterdam, and he was a major hit. We set up a concert where all of these kids came in, laid their hair down, and enjoyed themselves. For a job, very, very well done. And that became a benchmark for anything else that we could have done possibly in life. And that became a lesson for all of us. That if you want to do something that is beyond the ordinary, then have big, hairy, audacious goals. Well, coming forward, we come to a point of time when I was bored of my corporate job. 27 years in the corporate world, I think it was getting a bit too much. I know there are a lot of people who enjoy it, but I decided before I hit my 50s, I want to get out of this rat race. What do? You had those chains of the monthly salary that was holding you, that bank balance that suddenly swelled up at the end of the month, that ping on your phone when you got the message from your bank, salary credited. It's a big addiction, my dear friends. When you want, when all the best place to be is at home, because you can give the best to your parents, to your wives, to your children, because you can enjoy the best things in life. How do you let go of that addiction? I think the same way that they have Alcoholics Anonymous, I think you should create an organization called Salary Anonymous, because it's an addiction. And if you want to break out of it, then you have to figure out how can you have a big, hairy, audacious goal. Then I took up such a goal for myself. I said that I put in about 40 to 60 hours every week. And this is the amount that I earn for it. X, let's call it. I don't want to reveal what it is. It is so low, it doesn't matter. How can I ensure that now I do only 20 to 30 hours per week, but then I do 2x or 3x or 4x? Is that possible? Well, very much so. When you break those shackles and when you decide to go out, your mind starts thinking. When you jump off the cliff, you are forced to create your parachute on the way down. So at the age of 47, I quit a cushy, well-paying corporate job. My friends, my family said, "You're crazy. What are you up to?" Well, I knew that if I had to achieve my big, hairy, audacious goal, I'm not going to be able to do it through a job. I have to do things on my own. And that's when the big, hairy, audacious goal started forming in my mind. How do I get to those numbers I'm talking about? And I landed up with my own personal mission statement in life: to inspire 1 million people to be successful in their business or their personal life by 2030. And that became my BHAG, my big, hairy, audacious goal. And everything that I started doing in life started revolving around that big, hairy, audacious goal. If I am in Toastmasters today, it is aligned to that goal. If I am involved with TIE, the Indus Entrepreneurs, it is aligned to that big, hairy, audacious goal. If I am today working as a mentor or a growth advisor and a scaling up coach to companies, it's all aligned to that BHAG. And slowly and surely, day by day, I keep moving forward towards my goal. I keep moving forward to achieving that BHAG. If I did not have that tough a BHAG, I would never have been forced to figure out what can I do to get it. Because it's not about the money, it's about the impact. It's not about the earning, it is about the learning. It's not about the position, but it's all about the difference that you are making in life. And that I discovered gave me the biggest joy and satisfaction. My dear friends, for me, this has been a journey that became life changing. I learned how I could be a better version of myself and what I could do to contribute to make people around me better versions of themselves. they always ask yourself this question: why are we on this planet? Why do we exist? It is just to eat, sleep, drink, work, enjoy? Or can there be a higher purpose? Can there be a higher calling that we can align ourselves to? When you align yourself to a higher calling, then you will be surprised to see a new version of yourself that will emerge out of what you were before. This is something that's only possible when you break the shackles of mediocrity. This is only possible when you break the shackles of shallow thinking. This is only possible when you break the shackles of small goals and adopt big, hairy, audacious goals. My friends, take a piece of paper in front of you. Type this on your phone. A question that you need to answer by the time you go to sleep tonight. What is my big, hairy, audacious goal? Write down the question and think hard. You might get some answers for today that might be okay, but it'll get you started. Push yourself to say, what will make me uncomfortable? What will make me question the fundamentals of everything? What will make me innovate to go beyond what I do today? And that will push you to figure out a big, hairy, audacious goal which will truly transform you. The message that I have for each one of you: we are all built for a higher purpose. It's time that you find your own. And you do not rewind yourself to that 15-year-old boy who had big dreams. Those dreams could be fulfilled in any way, but with big, hairy, audacious goals, you would have found the best way to get there. Thank you. Back to the Toastmaster of the day.